Hey Dragonlings, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Skye. I'm a fantasy author who typically writes paranormal romance under the name SD Hegyes. In today's video, we're going to be talking about Q1 goals and how they went, as well as Q2 goals and what I plan to work on. I know this video is a little late. We are a full month into the Q2 already, but you know what? It has taken me this long to get my shit together, mostly because I've been doing Vita, which is vlog every day in April, and I only had so much brain capacity for different things. So let's go ahead and get started. So first off, Q1 did not go like I had planned almost at all, which I should have realized. I am really good at making all these plans only for none of them to come to fruition. And I had thought by giving myself good, better, and best goals, kind of like the HB90 method, that I would be able to accomplish more and be able to get more done successfully, and that just didn't happen. Things did not work out in my favor. I had a lot of days where I just did not do any writing. There was too much going on between the fact that we still only had one vehicle and we were having vehicle problems. On top of that, my work schedule changed, so I wasn't working days anymore. I was working nights, and I was trying to get used to a whole new sleep schedule, trying to do all of these things at once. Girls were in various different sports separately, never the same one. And it was just too much. I planned too much, and it was not good. So I'm even looking at my goals right now that I had written down for the good, better, and best, and I'm like, there's like 2 or 3 things checked off from them, from all 3. And I was just like, that's not good. So planning things a little differently this time going into Q2, first of all. And then I'm not going to be doing the good, better, best. I'm just going to be doing good. I'm not going to plan for best anymore because obviously I can't even hit the good. So why would I try to plan for best? And I'm going to be even shrinking down some of those things that I put in my good, to stuff that I know is doable. It's stuff that I was really close to doing and I'm only missing like 2 or 3 items in order to call it a win anyways. Or it was things that I put it down in my goals and I just completely spaced. And we'll get to that in a second. So I'm not going to go over better or best goals. I'm just going to go over good ones and whether or not I accomplished them in Q1. And then we'll talk about Q2 and what I plan to go doing moving forward. The other thing we'll do is we'll go over some stats from like writing and reading and stuff like that. As far as like numbers. So my goals for Q1 under writing and publishing, for the whole year I want to publish 3 books, and my goal was to get Hunter's Betrayal ready for this quarter, and that did not happen at all. I don't even think I looked at Hunter's Betrayal until the very end of Q1 going into Q2. It just didn't happen, and that's fine. I also wanted to write 4 short stories, starting with the sequel to Presumed Dead, which was in an anthology. Did not happen. Didn't even look. I started it, did not really get much far into it. I think I wrote 2,000 words. When I was originally plotting it, I had a particular idea in my head, and then when I actually started writing it, I delved away from that idea, like to a completely different idea, and I was like, I don't like this. I want to go back to the original idea. So I need to figure out how to make that work, because there was some things I liked in the new idea that won't mesh up exactly with the original idea. So I have to figure out what I'm going to do. I wanted to do the 7-day book challenge in March. Completed that. That's one of the first goals I completed. We're going to keep stock of how many I completed. Social media, I wanted to post to Instagram weekly. Did that. Wanted to post videos bi-weekly. Kind of did that. There were a couple of weeks that I did not have a chance to film, edit, and upload a video, or I had something happen to my video footage. I had a lot of audio problems this quarter, and I'm not certain why. But on days that I couldn't get a video uploaded, I did do a live stream. So I did make up for that by doing the said live stream. So I'm going to count that as a win. The thing I wrote that I completely forgot about is that I wanted to use the community tab to announce videos and challenges. I have been wanting that community tab for so long, but in my brain, it's still that they've changed the rules. But in my brain, it's set that you won't get the community tab until you hit 500 subscribers, because that's the way it used to be. And I don't have 500 subscribers. So I keep forgetting that I have access to the community tab. And that's why I don't think I used it once this quarter. And I've only used it once so far in Q2. So that's a thing. Under the category of reading, I wanted to do Skye's Craft Symposium, which is kind of a cross between Tamara Woods' Writer's Workshop as well as Kate Kavanaugh's writing semester, her school semester thing that she was doing. And I just took on too much, and I discovered by the end of January, I knew I was not going to be able to accomplish this because there was just too many other things on my plate at the time. So that is something I still want to do. It's just not something that's going to happen this quarter. Probably not going to happen in Q2 either. I wanted to read 13 books. Accomplished that. I wanted to read one nonfiction book. I did successfully do that. Under the category of family and friends, I wanted to have one weekly family night. I think we had two out of 4 each month. We also wanted to do a monthly date night. That didn't end up happening because of finances, which was fine. Under school and work, I wanted to complete 25% of one course. I actually fully completed one course and got halfway through another. So I'm going to count that as a win. I'm going to count that as a win for both Q1 and Q2 just because I have fully completed one course and I'm halfway through another. And while I will not complete that other at this time, the course material just got too difficult and I was like, I've been basically beating my head against a brick wall trying to complete it. So plus it's coming up near the end of the semester. It was one of those that actually has due dates. And I will just pay the fee, the $25 fee to retake that one and start from the beginning again. So, because I think it might help me to do that and just go from the beginning and start all the way through when I have less priorities. That's going to be more like a summer class, I think, when I have less priorities with the kids versus trying to do that when we've got all these things going on. I don't know. I'll have to come back to that class to figure it out since it is on a timed schedule. The last thing that I wanted to do was save $600, $200 per month from January to March to go towards full-time career. Two things with this. Did not complete it. Funds just did not work out the way they were that we thought they would. My husband's hours got cut to the point where he was only working 1 day a week, but they weren't telling him. He was still scheduled for like a full week. They were waiting until he got to work to be like, hey, we don't need you. So most of the money he was getting was going straight into his gas tank to get back and forth to a job that said, we don't need you to work today. Just stupid, but that's the way it was. He has switched jobs since then. So we're on par to do that now, but we definitely didn't happen last quarter. The other thing was that about halfway through the quarter was when I finally hit that final realization in my head that I was like, I don't want to go full-time. I don't want to be a full-time author. All of my anxiety deals with funds. All of my anxieties are about, I've been very much my whole life a paycheck to paycheck kind of person. We haven't had extra funds to do stuff. I have constantly worried about whether or not we're going to be able to pay what bills on time and stuff like that. So trying to go full-time as an author when the funds coming in are so variable. Like I've heard some authors say they have like 6-digit months only for the next month to have like a 3-digit month. And I'm like, no, I cannot handle that. That will drive me insane. And currently with only 3 books out right now and nothing coming out anytime soon, and I'm not consistently putting anything out like some of these other authors, I made $5 last year total between 3 books, 2 anthologies and stuff like that. That's not even counting how much I paid out of pocket for various things. I made $5 myself off my books. Maybe. That's a big maybe. And this year ain't looking much better so far. So there's no way I'm going to go full time with this. And that's fine. I write my books for me, first of all. And then if other people enjoy them, awesome. If I can make some money off of them, awesome. Even better. But I am not going to be pushing myself to go for a full-time career like I was once upon a time. I am still planning on saving that money, but we'll discuss that further later. So, those were the goals that I had for Q1 and what I accomplished of them, just under the good category. We're not going to even go over better or best because I didn't even get half of the ones for good covered. And I think all the ones I had for better or best were related to the good. So, looking at numbers, this is where it gets fun. Words written. This is with reviews, because I started typing out reviews on my Notion whenever I'm reading. I say reviews loosely. It's me bitching about the book, basically. or gushing. It's me gushing about the things I liked and bitching about the things I didn't like, which I guess is a review, which is why I'm calling it a review, but at the same time, it's not anything I'm going to post to a review site, because this is just me, my internal thinking about various books. So, with reviews, in January, I wrote 25,371 words. February, 53,426 words. And in March, 42,862 words, for a total of 121,659 words. Now, granted, that's with reviews. Without reviews, because yes, I did the math for that too. Without reviews, in January, I wrote 5,052 words. In February, I wrote 40,353 words. And in March, I wrote 33,131 words, for a total of 78,536 words. That's a big difference between the two. For books read, I completed in January 17 books, 15 in February, and 8 in March, for a total of 40. I DNF'd 0 in January, 1 in February, and 1 in March, for a total of 2, bringing my total book count up to 42 for just Q1. And those are all the stats I have right now. I'm really happy with what I did. I'm not going to lie. I love seeing the differences between these numbers with reviews and without reviews. And then one calculation I didn't do was how many words I wrote for just reviews alone. I can pull up my tracker with that information. Hold on. 2024. Okay, so in January, reviews, I wrote, where's January's number? 20,319 words. February, 13,073 words. And March, 9,731 words in just reviews. And I can't get you a total. Sorry. I'm using my phone to film this. I can't pull up a calculator. Does my computer have a calculator? Yes, it does. I can't pull this up. I don't know what I keep doing. I don't know why I keep lying to you. Oh, goodness gracious. Calculator. Okay, here we go. 9,731 plus, let's move this down so I can click it easier. Let's see. 13,073 plus 20,319 words, for a total of 43,123 words. Just reviews alone. So I almost wrote a book in reviews. I used the term reviews lightly. And so far in Q2, I have already read 18 books and I haven't done any reviews. So the longer I go without writing an actual review, the shorter those reviews are. I will say that. When I write the reviews right away, they are lengthy and wordy because I have thoughts. But the longer I go without writing a review, the shorter those reviews get. And I purposely did that this time just to see what the difference is. Goals for Q2. Let's go ahead and go over those. Because again, I'm just going to be having some good goals. I'm not even going to set up better or best. I would like to hit all of my good goals, or at least my goal is to hit 75% of my good goals before the end of this quarter, and we will see what happens. So, under writing and publishing, I am going to be working on the Shifters and Mages series. I want to format and schedule the pre-order for Puck's Choice. I want to get it completely done and out of my hands. I have to do one more read-through of it. I have to format. It's fully formatted, but I have to do a double check my formatting after the read-through. And then I want to go ahead and schedule it for pre-order. Jenna's Story is book 2. It is currently with my editor. Once she gets it back to me, I want to go ahead and try to finalize my edits and also talk to my cover artist about getting the cover for that and maybe get that as close to ready for publication so we can aim for publication early next year. Puck's Choice is not getting published until its 10-year anniversary on December 3rd. So I've got lots of time between now and then to finalize that and hopefully get Jenna's Story as close to being finalized as well so I can get those out. Boom, boom, boom. That's my goal. The final one I'm working on right now for this quarter is Hunter's Betrayal. I am doing a rewrite. My editor read through it and she said, you've got enough material here to turn it from a novella to a novel. So that is what I'm working on. My goal is to have that finished by June so I can send it back to her and be like, hey, what you think? Next, I want to write 2 short stories. Both of them are sequels to The Presumed Dead, which was in the anthology Summer Solstice Seduction. I have come up with the idea of doing 7 stories in this series, each following one of the 7 sisters. So I would like to write number 2 and 3 and get those completed, with the goal in mind to publish all 7 next year, hopefully. We'll see. With it already being Q2 and I haven't finished 2 and 3, we'll see how far I get. But that's the goal. We'll look at it later. I would also like to complete a writing challenge. I want to do the 7-day book challenge in June, where we write a book in 7 days. And that is actually when I'm going to be tackling 2 and 3, the short stories for the summer. I think I call it Sultry Solstices. That's what the name of the series is for all 7 books. So 2 and 3 are going to be my June 7-day book challenge stories. I want to get both complete during that time. That'll be 20,000 words, I think, roughly. So yeah. Under the category of social media, I want to post to Instagram weekly. I am actually having trouble with my Instagram and Facebook account. I'm not locked out, but it's not letting me post anything. I don't know what is going on. It started happening around the beginning of the month, and I've been scheduling posts, and they say that they're live, but there's nothing showing up on either my Facebook or my Instagram feed. So I have been back and forth with the meta team to find out what's going on there, to find out what's going on. So if you randomly one day pop onto Instagram and there's a whole bunch of posts from me at one time and they all look old as fuck, that is why. It's because all the posts I am posting are not posting right now. I don't know what's going on. We're working on it. I've been going back and forth with them all month on that. So post to Instagram weekly. I have been doing it. I also need to go back to doing bi-weekly videos. I was alternating between vlogs and videos. Because I'm changing the way I'm doing my vlogs, I don't know what those are going to actually look like. They might be more like this, where they're unscripted, chatty videos where we talk about things that are going on in my life. But we shall see. Because of Vita, I vlog every day in April. I got out of the habit of doing videos. I didn't film any to get caught up or ahead. And so this is where we stand now, which is why I'm filming this one. Because I haven't filmed it all month. I have had every intention of filming it. It was supposed to come out in early April and it just didn't happen. So you're seeing this now in May. Congratulations. I want to use the community tab to announce videos and challenges. I do plan on doing this. I actually just posted a poll right before I started filming this, asking for opinions on when I should stream in May, because I want to change that up a little bit and see if I can get more people. I love the community. I love having camaraderie with my streams. So I was trying to get a better gauge of what days that work with my schedule, also work with other people's, to see what they want to do as far as like live streams go. And I will make a final decision and make a post about that on Sunday, hopefully. Maybe before then. Friday hopefully. So that I can start doing live streams in May. Under the category of reading, I want to read 25 fiction books. I am almost hit that already, because as I mentioned earlier, I have already read 18. I've been binging a lot of series. I find a book. I bought a whole bunch of books during the Stuff Your e-reader event in both December and September, I think it was last held. And I've been steadily reading through some of those. And then if they are a part of the series, like if they are the first book or second book in a series, I've read the series itself. I've been binging entire series. And that's not including what I read at work, because I've been listening to audiobooks at work. And at 1.25 speed, I can finish an audiobook in 1 to 2 days, usually. So a lot of it has been at work, not gonna lie. I also want to read 3 nonfiction books. I have the 3 books picked out that I would like to read. All of them I have physical copies of, so that I can mark them up and make notes on them, and we'll go from there. I haven't started reading any of them, even though we're at the end of April already. Under the category of family and friends, I want to do weekly girls' night. I can already tell you I'm going to fail this, because there's times when I look at the girls and I'm like, hey, do you guys want to do anything? Or do you guys just want to like veg out and do your own thing? And there's been a couple of times where they were like, yeah, can I just finish up what I'm doing? And they're all doing their own thing. And I'm like, well, that's cool. We'll skip girls' night this time. And I say that, and whenever we've done that, sometime during the week we have done something together to kind of not exactly make up for it, but like my youngest and I went to a play recently, a dinner theater play, and that was our girls' night essentially. And it was on a different night than our usual girls' night, and my oldest didn't go with me. It was because she's not interested in plays. So that worked out for us that way. So I might still call it a win. I'll have to go back through and actually evaluate what we did when, and if we did something basically once a week. Weekly family night, same thing has happened. There's been a couple of days where we've all been, like, we've done all of our chores, we've done a whole bunch of stuff, and we're just like, I don't feel like doing shit. And we don't want to do anything together, which is fine. So, again, I'll look at my calendar at the end of the quarter and see how much we actually spent time together, because that's the whole point, is spending time together, and go from there. Bi-weekly date night. This is with my husband and I, and this can be something as cheap as us playing games together from our different offices, or we went out to dinner and had lunch together after he got off work before I came home, or before I had work, kind of thing. Something like that. And then I would like to do at least one monthly adventure, so 3 across the quarter. And we haven't done one in April. We'll make up for it. We've already got 2 planned in May, just because of how things fell with scheduling stuff, because one's in early May and one's in like mid to late May. So I will still probably count that as a win based on numbers alone. Under the category of school and work, again, I want to complete 25% of one course or fully complete one course. I don't care which it is. I technically have already checked this off because of the fact of last quarter I had completed one course and finished 50% of another one. But I've got a course I'm looking at working on this quarter that I'm going to count towards that instead, probably. So we'll see what happens. And then again, saving $600, $200 per month from April to June to go towards publishing finances. I changed the wording of this one. It was originally to go towards a full-time career, but instead I'm wording it so that it goes towards publishing finances. And my husband and I, because he just started a new job and he's getting paid more, and all of our health insurances and our life insurances and stuff come out of my paycheck already, his paychecks are going to be a lot larger than mine are. And because of that, we're going to divvy up our finances a little differently so that we have some fun money each between each of us and the kids. And that fun money, in my case, is going to go towards publishing finances, since this is my hobby. And I've fully settled on writing and publishing being my hobby. That means my fun money needs to go towards my hobby. So, and I might change the amount. I might lower it. Actually, I'm just going to do that now. I'm going to lower it to $300, $100 per month. That way I've got some finances to do other stuff with. Nope, not $3,300. Sorry, Jesus. $100 per month. Okay. And that makes things a lot simpler. That makes things so much easier in a lot of ways. Whew. So, yeah, those are my goals, the ones I accomplished and did not accomplish in Q1, and my plans for Q2. Let me know some of your guys' goals in the comments below. Otherwise, that's all I have for you guys today. If you like this video, go ahead and hit that thumbs up button. Subscribe to my channel if you want to see more content like this, because I do plan on getting better about filming and recording, editing, and posting. Whew! Say that 10 times fast. Watch what happens. Anyways, I've got my comm board set up behind me with all of the little tasks that I need to accomplish based on these goals. And I'd love to know more about your guys' goals and how it's going for you. Let me know in the comments. And until next time, I will see you. Bye, Dragonlings.